Hey, you did not see na your Edochie matter is the less you look, the more you see. Oh, they don't already open their bum this time around. Somebody, an elder who knows them very well, has spoken, has opened their bum to the fullest. I thought this issue is ending, but my people, the way I'm seeing it, not the end today, not the end tomorrow. Sit down, grab your popcorn to come here to Tori, my people, from the horse's mouth. No be mo go talk am. But before I play this video, I beg, like this video for me, share to family and friends, share to people so that they will come hear this one. This one heavy my mouth.
A person does not become your wife just because you called her your wife. And a person does not become your husband just because you called him your husband. It is the law that determines whether two individuals could be husband and wife. I said this in the context of the case of Edochie and Judy Austin. And I want to clarify, it is not that I want to focus on the case of these two individuals. It's not that I want to drag them out and put them in the public. No. Certain events tend to become important or central, and such events are used as examples or illustrations in discussing important topics. The case of Edochie and Judy Austin has become illustrative. They have become a shining event that we have used to discuss the complex topic of marriage in Nigeria. So the point I am making here is this. Somebody doesn't become your wife just because you called her so. And somebody doesn't become your husband just because you called him your husband. It is the law that determines who is eligible to marry and who can be married. Edochie calls Judy Austin his wife, and Judy Austin calls you her husband. Judy Austin now adopted the last name Edochie, presuming that there's a legal basis to assume that name. Now, the question you must ask yourself is, are Edochie and Judy Austin really husband and wife? Can they become husband and wife because they said so? Because they call themselves so? Or is it the law that will determine whether they're husband and wife? I ask this question because it's very important. Very important. We know that Edochie was married under the statute, under the Nigerian statutory law. We know that that law, the marriage he has under that law, is still subsisting. It exists. That marriage has not been dissolved. We also know that according to the law, once you are still in such a statutory marriage, you cannot contract any other marriage. You cannot contract another statutory marriage, and you cannot contract a customary marriage. Why? This is because the statutory marriage precludes any other marriage. It cannot exist alongside with any other marriage. Therefore, statutory marriage, which Edochie has, precludes polygamy. It prevents you from having a second wife. Whether the second wife is customary law wife, he cannot. In fact, that law goes further to declare any sexual intercourse between you and any other woman as adulterous, as adultery. And the law frowns at adultery in many ways. So, but not only that, the law goes further to say that any such other marriage is void. In other words, the marriage between Edochie and Judy Austin is void. Is void marriage. Void means that it lacks legal validity. It means nothing. To be void is to be nothing, to amount to nothing. And because it is void, technically, what Yul is doing with Judy is adulterous. It is an adultery. You see, you cannot commit adultery with your wife if she is validly your wife.